we knew about it in those days. So we moved. He's been there since. He's just coming out now. And I remember there is a guy, my sister finished from OAU. And I remember visiting OAU. There was a guy that is very known in that circles. I'm talking about people that went to OAU about 1998 to about year 2000. There was a guy that almost everybody in OAU then knew who he was. So he's been there.
Wow. 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 All right, brother. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you in the UK. We have my brother here. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Daddy Freeze. How are you doing?
You have to speak louder because I can't hear you. It's raining where I am.
I'm doing good, Daddy Freeze. How are you doing today?
Your car is nice. What is that, a Range Rover?
Yes, it's a Range Rover. Yes, it is.
I bad go. I just see the roof and the chair, and I tell you the motto. Flip us around, Mo see. May they know say I bad. Yeah, show them.
If I want to exit, where do I press to exit?
Press star. I mean that. Yeah, that's a sport, right?
It's a Villa.
Vela. Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. Hey. Someone say I just guessed correctly. No, I'm telling you the truth.
In the room.
Sama baby, we don't miss you well, oh. Sama, you are Agege. Tell us about how you people do. I want to learn.
Rich people that it freeze.
Oh yeah, share your Agege experience. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying I don't have a problem with people being whatever it is they want to be.
You know, exactly. But you know, I don't even know why this is trending. It's been there. The thing is that it's funny how men, the one women, they do this thing. But them, no one wants to make them talk about their own. The story they speak though, it go long. Let it freeze. Anyway, they want their gig when they come out, make we know them.
When they come out, we know them.
They don't have to hide it. We're not against it. The world has moved on. Like this is not even 21st century anymore. The world has moved. Like when I mean move, we are fast. People they talk about AI and the rest of them. So let them come out and embrace it with their full chest.
But that's the problem with Nigeria. We're too hypocritical. We dey hypocritical.
There's plenty. Even my house like this. You come out like this, come here. You can see the way all my neighbors all the night. That concern me. And you know the beautiful thing is that they are usually very kind. They are very kind. I don't know. Unlike I remember when I went to my last vacation in Las Vegas. They could just walk up, you could just stop. Maybe I won't take picture. You could see somebody could just walk and come meet you, be like, hey, do you guys need anything? You know, in the hotel, you know, like it's a big place like a resort and all that. Do you need anything? They won't make you notice them. And they are good people. And when that one goes on, you can't see her in class, I could pay for him. Now you could be like, sorry. So they're really very like that. Very nice. And you know, because even at my job, a lot of nurses, I see them every time. Because everybody just lives their normal life. I don't have a problem with people picking what they want to be. But this ones, like I said, will make it obvious you know that this is what they are. I think the thing is becoming a problem because considering where you and I are coming from, these ones still they hide their own. Some of them, their wives don't know. Some of them, their wives are just knowing. Some of them, people around them know they're just knowing. And for this reason, that's why it's making rounds and news. It's not supposed to because, like, we know this thing's been in existence for so long. So, and if you ask me to pick between me, now, my gender like this, and the one will be like that, say, okay, no, they go anywhere now. I go pick that one, I don't go like it because they are a bit protective. They want to be they're usually nice. They want to be, you know, because they want you to feel like they are like you. They do extra. They go very extra in taking care of you and being nice. That's how they are. So, like Nigerian people, they come out playing, they tell us that way we go know where to categorize them. You understand? I don't know they hide. That's my own.
We have our brother here, my darling Sama baby. Let's hear from man.
Like me.
What are your thoughts?
Man, when they sit like this, go they follow woman. So anything happen now. I think.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, me?
No, the gentleman that joined us.
The freeze, yeah, I guess that's what was bad then. Well, I think this gay issue has been on for longer than expected.
Na Agege we dey talk about o. Na Agege.
Agege. Oh, okay. Agege. Okay, make we dey talk this Agege issue don't dey longer than we don't dey than we can actually ever think it has been, right? Personally, I never knew that like it was this serious until I moved abroad, right? But again, I think the best thing we can do is to this is 2024, move on with the trend, the trajectory. The mentality of of Nigerians when it comes. Well, let me put a disclaimer out there. I'm very straight. Like you know.
And I am too.
So I'm very straight.
I am as well.
Wetin dey make una dey fear?
Comment section. I beg you, me, I like man. I don't get business with woman.
It's accepted worldwide. And honestly, at I work, right? I teach. I'm a professor. I have students. I have members of the LGBTQ as colleagues.
What do you teach?
I teach healthcare leadership. Okay, I have members of the LGBT community. These are minority groups here, right? The freedom is there. They allow them to come out to identify as whatever they want to identify as. I think the problem why this won't thrive in Nigeria is because first, we already have a very strong culture. Okay, when I say culture, I mean our culture is against it. Whether you're a Christian, you be Babalawo, whatever it is, nothing actually preaches this. But when you look back in time, in Egypt, in all sorts of countries, all those old countries, this has been in existence. So, again, what am I trying to say? There will be more people coming out. Nigeria, government in Nigeria is not supporting it because they know, and they're supporting it, but they're not really coming out to say we don't support it because they know they would have a lot of cuts. There will be cut ties from
They're part of the gang.
all those countries, yes, they won't get funding, they won't get all this from countries that actually accept this, so to speak. So Nigeria has not gotten to that stage where we can say, or like Dubai, I'm just saying, Dubai, the UAE, to say, hey, we don't want this here, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. We have it in the law. The lawmakers have passed it, but again, when the government is arresting these people and doing it, the trade precaution, how many people don't actually do 40 years? Where they say, where we know. A poor man, they suffer all these things, so to say. So again, I don't have a problem with this. I have them as friends, and as long as they respect me, I'm straight. I mean, don't come and try to touch me inappropriately. I respect you, I respect your views, I respect your values, and we can be good. I just think we need to change the mentality. I know many of you are here, you don't even know your brothers, your uncles, all of them, the Agege people too. So not the only pastors, I'm telling you. This thing is happening. It is really happening.
Their papa, their brothers and sisters.
Unfortunately, it has come to stay. So, and I'll tell you from the health part, right? The Agege people, like, they also have things that they're actually exposed to, right? You have increased rates of HPV, cancers and all that. It's going to keep rising. The only thing is that in countries like Nigeria, we have a failed healthcare system and all that, it's going to be a mess, so to speak. So Yeah, that's just my 2 cents. That phrase. First time on your show.
Thank you
I don't
very
even know why
much.
you just requested this. Yeah.
Thank you
But
very much
it's
for your
fun to take it.
contribution. I'm really, really happy. People are getting bolder by the day to speak about this. And the other day I said, you need to. Okay, we've got a guest. Let her talk. After that, I'll talk. Go ahead.
Daddy Freeze.
How are you, my sister?
Daddy Freeze.
How are
It's
you, my
afternoon
darling
over there,
sister?
isn't it? I'm good. How are you, Daddy
Very
Freeze?
well, thank you.
Yeah. I'm just going to contribute a little to this Agege thing you're talking about, okay? Um, I think what we are not understanding here, I mean, my opinion that the freeze is, it's not whether they have right or they don't have right to be who they want to be. They can, and I mean, everybody can be what they want to be. But my concern is the fact that people do these things and they hide it. And the fact that they still, I mean, if you look at the list, I'm talking from Just Lover now. If you look at the list that is out there, these are celebrities, right? In Africa, like in Ghana, sorry, Nigeria. And these celebrities are people that people are looking up to. Okay, so we have these young ones who are being influenced by these celebrities. So my concern is not whether they should be, they have the right to do whatever they want to do. I just feel like they're hiding it, which is very wrong. Here where we are here, anybody can do whatever they like. But for me, I just think it's wrong if anyone should be hiding it. Because the more they hide this thing, the more they are able to do wrong things. I mean, on the ground, like I'm very disappointed with the list. I'm very sorry to say. Because there's some people that I am. Sorry? Do you believe the list?
Continue.
Do I believe the list? Do I believe the list? Oh my dear, everything is possible. Especially in Africa. Everything is possible. Everything is very possible, my sister. Especially in Africa. You understand? So I may not believe everybody in the list. You understand? But I believe there are some people in the list. And we all know it, to be very honest. And those people in the list that I believe that they are doing this thing are people that all these young ones are calling my mentor, my mentor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yoruba people say ìsàlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́gbin. The bottom of talk get dirty. Nobody is your mentor.
Not in this. And that is it. Let me tell you something. I want to emphasize it. We Africans, we abuse things. We don't look at this bomb issue. We abuse things. The moment we have that opportunity, we take it. I mean, we overuse it. Over here, that is freeze. Over here, that is freeze. We know people that they are gay, but they do it with respect. You don't see it like the way it's like I mean, I was watching a video on social media last time in Ghana, right? I saw a group of these are boys in their 16, 17, 13. You will not find that here, just like that. So we abuse things. We feel when we want to do things, we overdo it. So that is the reason why all the celebrities will take advantage of these little ones. So for me, I don't really support that the way they are flaunting it or the way it's rampant. I'm not really in support of it. I don't have a problem with anybody being what they want to be. It's up to them. But then we should be very cautious. We have our children that is free. I'm more very concerned about the generation, not us. True. The upcoming generation, your children, my children, other children. Because the way we are going about it, if we don't regulate this thing now, what our kids will do in the years to come will be very, very bad. Honestly, I'm very disturbed about it. We can't like this like this cross-dressing thing we're talking about. Like we say, in this part of the world, there's CCTV camera everywhere. Everything is monitored. But what is monitored in Nigeria? Nothing. Even prison, even just prison, they are saying there's no CCTV camera in prison to know when Bob came in and when Bob went out. Abba. me, this is. We need to really do something about all these things. There's nothing normal in Africa, honestly. A country, a country, my sister, a country where they would tell you there is no CCTV camera to know whether a prisoner went in or went out. Then you want to encourage cross-dresser, you want to encourage all those things. No. And the thing is this, like you rightly said, my concern is the young generations, those of them that are wishing, aspiring to attain heights, so they don't get taken advantage of. Because, like you rightly said, you look up to a lot of these people. Some of them want to go into music, and then there you are trying to like meet somebody that would help you grow. And then they're trying to take advantage of you. And most of them are gullible, they are young. They can't even make decisions on their own. And they can't even speak out. The fear of speaking out, they're not getting justice is there. So in as much as they are not crossing boundaries, they are not doing what they're not supposed to do. If they decide to be whatever you want to be, go ahead, it's up to you. But do not be the young ones that are innocent. Do not take advantage of them. Do not lure them into what is not what they would have done. And do you know why these people that are gay and are hiding? They don't want to. Because of the things they do that they don't. That's the truth. Let's say,
Sorry to cut you. I just wanted to say something. I agree with everything you said, except the fact that I agree with the fact that they should stop hiding. I want them to come forward, right? When they come forward, I'm just saying this, then we know who we're dealing with. So, for instance, right, you have a child in school, and the teacher has come out to identify as Agege. I'm just saying, right? You don't want your child around such people, right? You can actually say you want your child in another class, or you change the school, right? But it's hard. I'll say that it's hard abroad. I'll tell you why it's hard abroad. Abroad, you cannot, if you do that, that's discrimination, right? That's discrimination. If you have, you cannot say you want to get your child out of there, right? They would say you're discriminating against them. One thing that I know that Nigeria is still doing very well is the fact that we have an educational curriculum that doesn't have these things in there, things that support this, okay? So for instance, you're a parent, you have a child who's actually, who you found out has a teacher who is identifying as Agege, I'm just saying, right? What you can do is remove your child from the school or go to the school and say, I don't want my child in this school or in this class. I don't want this guy teaching my child. Here, one of my friends told me he went to school one day and actually realized that there are kids' books that they actually give to the kids to read that makes them understand that it's for your dad to be your mom and your mom to be your dad. It's okay for your dad to have another male partner who's also your mom, right? That's here. It's accepted here. They're already inculcating this into the curriculum. So again, I don't think we have any major problem in Nigeria when it comes to kids. As adults,
But don't you think it's better they do it like that abroad than all this pretend that we are pretending?
Okay,
that is Nigeria no go
because it's not legalized.
Yeah, as they not legalize them, are we better? We are not better.
That is free. That is now. That is free. Are we trying to during the government trying to legalize it? That is free. Now, most of the Arab countries, they have regulations. That is free. And all that. They will cut off from there. That is free. That is free. What we are forgetting to understand here is our culture is our culture. I'll tell you one thing, right?
Our culture has not helped to. Because you see, let me tell you, hold on, let me explain something to you. I have dealt with numerous people suffering in the hands of men or women. There's one guy that told me the story of a babe that his friend married. This girl, now Lebanese girl. All her friends, she dey bench all her female friends. Guess what? After much fighting, she divorced that guy and went to marry another man.
Oh yeah.
How does this make sense? We will keep hiding wickedness inside culture. We will take an envelope and write culture on it. Wickedness, evil, all sorts of wicked things. We go to hide them inside that envelope under culture. Should she not be married to another woman? What business does she have being married to another man?
She has to hide under the guise.
You frustrated the first man. When you left him, you wrecked him.
These men, a lot of them are aware. They will not pretend that they don't.
No, the man no know. Let me tell you, sometimes you don't go no. Sometimes.
That they prepare women being Lebanon, whatever it's called. You know.
Sometimes they know.
They will tell you that. They will tell you they prefer that. You know.
I feel like women are naturally inclined to become Lebanese. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yes,
No. It's the same thing. Whether you like it or not, it's that same thing. They fancy it when women do it, but they don't fancy it when they do it. And this is where I have exactly.
It's not about fancy. I'm saying women are naturally more inclined towards.
There's no naturality there. No. It's wrong. No.
It has to be.
No. That's the thing.
I'll tell you from the medical aspect, okay? It has to be. It has to
Forget about the human thing. You're selfish. How about the men? Will you blame men and hormones as well?
Men have hormones too. Men have testosterone, right?
Okay.
But testosterone doesn't work like how oxytocin and other.
Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you one honest question. Can I ask you one question? Would you prefer to have a woman? Would you prefer to date a girl, not wife, that is a Lebanese or whatever it's called?
Like I said, I'm straight. I have.
Yes, wait. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about women. Would you date a girl that is a Lebanese? Would you do that?
No, I won't. I don't have double standards. If I would not.
Okay. Have you had? Okay, you don't do two before.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Never.
Thank you, sir. Because a lot of people say.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you prefer that it is legalized, or do you prefer that we continue the way we are going in Nigeria?
I'm very honest. Daddy Freeze, I'll come back to the culture. Please, Daddy Freeze, please hear me out. I beg you. Okay?
Go ahead.
Let's come back to the culture again. Okay. Sherry, I don't know how to explain. In quarter of a billion.
But irony, Atigba, we have collected it from them.
Daddy Freeze, if it's something that we have accepted, I tell you, these rich celebrities will not hide it. That is the thing. You see, what we say is, there's something we Africans, we know how to do, is to copy the Western world. But the only problem we have is we copy it wrongly. You understand? We copy it wrongly. That's the problem. We are the kind of people who wants to do most. We are the kind of people who wants to do society. We always have this perception. Society made me what we are, what I am. That's what we have in our head as Africans. But the problem is we want to do what the Western ones are doing, but we are doing it wrongly. If that thing should be legalized, I bet you, if that thing should be legalized, right, in Africa, they said Agege should be legalized, this should be legalized, there will still be a problem. They will create something again.
Okay, the conversation we're having on Instagram now is Agege. Should Agege be legalized, or should we continue in deceit? They will not what?
And they will not legalize it.
But listen, let me tell you, do you know that Gist lover?
The whole Africa will scatter. It cannot be maintained like Europe. I'm telling you. Okay, if they legalize it in Africa.
Let me ask you one question. Why would Africa scatter? I just want to tell you.
Not Africa, because I know they do. I don't know if it's legalized in SA, but I know they come out. You see them, and they are not hiding it. So the reason I'm saying, why I'm saying it to scatter. You've asked me, so let me explain it. Okay. The reason why I said Africa will scatter is this. Okay. You know, we naturally, here, even though they've legalized it here, we still have what we call boundaries.
Okay. Okay.
You understand? We still have what we call boundaries. Even the people here that they are Agege, they still have their own boundaries. They still know that there are some things they are not meant to do. You understand? They are not pushing it into our. They are not like, even though they allow them to parade with their things and all. I live in Australia here, so I know we see things like that. But I'm saying that the abuse we abuse it in Africa. They will not do it. We don't understand. We don't understand law, right? We don't understand respect. We don't understand integrity. We don't understand dignity. Those things we don't know how to do it.
Absolutely.
A celebrity will a celebrity will pay, will ruin a child with money because of wants to satisfy itself. So it doesn't have to be on respect and everything. They have to. So if the hardship economy is not helping too. Yes, the hardship is not helping. We don't have the right we don't have the right medications. When it's not spreading,
How much was
we
everything?
are not able to. The
13?
crimes are not there. I agree with you. And even some will be taken advantage of, and they won't get justice.
It's not ready to receive the complications, the consequences of legalizing it. We are not developed enough. Yeah, we have people to do all sorts of tests, right? You go to the doctors, they check you for all this. I'm telling you from the medical point of view, because I'm a doctor. Now, I hear people and all this, they have, and they are susceptible to, okay, one of them, which is, cancer, okay? Cancer, okay, I'm just saying. Look at the number of cancer, people living with cancer in Nigeria now. For the ones having chemotherapy and all that, they have to pay out of pocket to buy these drugs. I'm just saying it, right?
Yeah.
Legalizing such would inundate our healthcare system. It's not prepared for that. Our healthcare system is to treat basic illnesses, malaria and all that. We buy anti-malaria and all that. We cannot handle the influx of people coming down from complications of this. I'm just saying this health-wise, economically-wise. That's just the truth. But I say, look, people are struggling to eat. Are you telling me that they would now say, I'm Agege, I have issues from this? And even the basic Nigerian man who has a full job, we know that you have the sickness because you're Agege. You'll be like, I never see full job. Now, what you go do make you get what you get. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
I just compared them.
Economy, the Nigerian government, the Nigerian healthcare system cannot handle the consequences. I'll just close on this. Yeah, because I have to be.
For me, to be very honest, I'll tell you from my own perspective, please. They shouldn't legalize it in Africa. It's not worth it. Number one, we have so many things to. I mean, we're not. Number one, we're not ready for it. Like I was saying, here I'm studying counseling, and I deal with Agege people a lot. I deal with a lot of binary. This one will say, oh, I'm a man today, tomorrow I'm a woman, tomorrow I think I'm three people together. Government funds those people. I mean, for you to see a counselor, government will pay for you to do that. Do you know, even Agege themselves, they know they have problems. They are worried about themselves. Government will fund it. Government will say, okay, we'll help you for this, we'll help you for that. Even those that doesn't have money for their own personal stuff, they help them. But look at Africa. Do you know if this Agege should start in Africa, it's not even going to start from it will start from the slum. Those Agege, all those kids there, they will start dying.
They will start buying.
Sorry, they will start buying. They will be doing rubbish from Agege to those slums. Forget about the celebrities. Those ones have money to go to Europe to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
You understand? And you know the painful part of it, that I believe the painful part of it is these celebrities would take advantage of younger ones. All these people, this Agege, would take advantage of these upcoming ones. Let's not, these things, it will be too much for us to handle. It's not,
My sister, did you grow up in Ghana?
I'm not saying they should legalize this, but should they legalize this? They'll start doing the opposite. They'll not go do them again. They won't do it again. Because now it's like they're them from, their fantasy. You're like, they're trying to like explore. The moment you say, okay, go ahead and do this now, everybody will run. Because it's like an open implications of it. Me, I'm here. Before I became an Australian. So, before I became an Australian, I'm Ghana, Nigeria. You see those two countries, we have big problem. Heaps problem. Those two brothers and sisters. Please don't legalize it. Who abuse it? Nah. No, Daddy Freeze, we don't have to legalize this, please. No. Hey. And Daddy Freeze, please. And that list, I'm suspecting somebody releasing that list to that Freeze. I wanted to tell you, I wanted to give you some hint. One person is releasing that list, and that person is so angry. That's why the person is releasing the list. I'm telling you.
Who is the person that is angry?
Who is that? Yeah, I said it's pissed off. It's Bobrisky himself. I told somebody last night. I said maybe because they're stressing Bob too much. Now they make Bob, they release all these things. Now Bob, they release those names. That was just a joke, by the way. Anything is possible.
I'm not there.
That is okay. One thing I know is this Bob issue, right? This Bob issue, to be very honest, it's not going anywhere now. There's too many things in this Bob issue. They suddenly start releasing lists at the height of Bob's case. Hey, Bob is annoying though.
Personally, I don't think Bobrisky can release those lists. Because Gist Lover no particularly like Bobrisky, so I'm not sure say Bobrisky dey inside. I'm not sure.
Daddy Freeze, please, don't talk for anybody.
Okay, but like I said, my own opinion, maybe I'm wrong. But me, I don't think so.
I know. Daddy Freeze, that Africa there is very hot place. I don't trust anyone.
Tolu Honeyki, sister mi ọ̀wọ́n. My sister, go ahead.
Okay, so my opinion on this is quite contrary to everybody else's. I wanted to talk to the doctor.
Oh,
He
okay.
said they shouldn't, and everyone's saying they shouldn't legalize it, Do you know that if they legalize it, half of the problems will be solved? Our problem is the fact that we criminalize it. That's the problem. That's why it's such an issue. You're saying, if they legalize it, we're going to have health issues. That people are going to have health issues from breastfeeding from behind. Don't they already have it?
But it's not as high as it is now. It's not as high as it would be.
It was still, it's always here. It's like
The rate will increase.
okay, like now that it is you're a man. You like, maybe your preference in women is maybe big bobby. Another man's preference is big backside.
My own is big backside. Let it be on record. My own is big backside. Let it be on record.
You see, another person's own is this. And in women as well, this one has this preference. Someone likes their men short. Someone likes, but it's your own preference as a man is Bola, and as a woman, your own preference is cake. It doesn't change because the society legalizes it or does not legalize it. Whether it's legal or it's not legal, what you like is what you like. So the people that are like that are still going to be like that, regardless of whether you legalize it or not legalize it. But the fact that you legalize it will only make them be bold enough or be comfortable enough to come out and tell you that this is what I like. Like it's here in the developed world. Now, at least in the developed world, you know who is who, and nobody is trying to cajole. Or the reason why they are even trying to cajole people that are not like that is because, especially children, children are still like blank sheets. They're still blank slates.
I don't know.
Once you are free to go and meet anybody, you are a man.
No, they will not legalize that. Can I our children? I am worried about children. There's no justice in that. Samara, let me come in here, please. You know, I don't want to, because we are alive, I don't want to mention the name.
When you speak English, you sound like a Ghanaian. When you speak Yoruba, you sound like a Nigerian.
Okay, but that is...
No, it's okay, it's okay.
I told them half.
Half. I know, I can feel it in your voice.
Okay, so I want to say something. Okay, so one, I don't want to mention it. Igbo, right? Igbo. You know, some countries won't legalize Igbo.
Yes, now.
Right? And there are some countries, especially Africa, won't very legalize Igbo. Right?
Then.
Okay. Okay. The reason is that this is the reason. Now, Baba is in Africa. Igbo amushi lo mamul Africa. I don't know mamu I didn't already wait. Africa. No. Wait. You see, that's just give me a minute, please. I want to mamu to bani mamu lo yen. If I want to tell you already, let's say the people taking like 50%. I want to mamu so ma put 100%. That is because I want to mamu which is those people that will start taking it are people that will not be responsible. People will be picking them on the street. People will be picking them on the street at the end of the day. That you don't even have a good psychiatric home to take them. And you mentioned something like that. You said a developing country. So where you are is a developed country. And where we are, where Africa is a developing country, you can't compare the two. I think so. You give them too little credit. That because they're Africans, if you give them this way, they're going to abuse that. No. I'm saying, if you have your kids in America, okay, and they have the opportunity to get good teachers in the classroom, they have the opportunity to get teachers that teach them about these things we are talking about. Unlike Ibitawa in Africa, that they don't have even good teachers to give them good education in government school. I live in Australia here. You can't compare our government school here to even most private school in Africa. So you have to also understand that when you are talking about these two things, these are two different countries. You're saying you speak as if the way there's in America, there are those privileges in Africa. It's not true. So if you're saying that they should legalize this, when they illegalize, the reason why things are not being legalized because we are not able to manage it the way to be managed over there. What exactly do you want to manage about Agege? What exactly do you want to manage? You know what you're going to manage. What you should be managing, so let me answer that question. What you have to manage is the fact that somebody comes to you and tells you, look, person, don't abuse me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. ABUSE. And the person gets justice. Okay? It's the fact that your child comes to you and tells you a thing like this. Somebody, gets RAPE. And the person goes to the hospital and the person is able to get PrEP and the person is able to get help. There won't be nothing like, buy card. Buy counseling, registrations, pay money for this and that. When they don't have it, they are traumatized. Do you understand the point? They don't get no justice. These are where I'm looking at. Okay, I absolutely get that. But the thing is, those things already happen. That's what it's not as high. The increase is not there. It's not going to be as high as.
Sorry, guys.
If you let that happen.
I had to learn.
It would reduce. It's not that it's going to. You know what it means? You know these young ones under 14, 15, 13. Do you know what these people will be doing? You know, some will just do this just for fantasy. Just because they use the general norm. They want to engage. I said the reason they're going to the young ones is because they're not, it's not. What I'm saying is you legalizing this is like making it a norm. And when it becomes a norm, there you see one brother that lives in one apartment doing this with one 14-year-old who will eventually go and look for another 10-year-old girl and, boy and do it with. Okay, whether you legalize this is the point. Because it's not a norm. Do anything, whether you're a man or a woman, do anything with a 14-year-old or a 15-year-old, it's a crime. But it's been happening. You and I see this on the news all the time. Exactly. And these people don't even get justice. They don't even get what they deserve. It's happening. So that's what I'm saying. Let me tell you, right? Listen, to be honest with you, the risk will be, it won't be as high as it would be if you legalize this. Reasons being this, one thing is for a 16-year-old to go and abuse a 13-year-old girl. Okay? It goes the other way. The chances of that 16-year-old doing this with 100 people or 50 people or 5 people that are not Agege is low. Imagine if this 15-year-old is already used to doing this with so many Ages, maybe 5 or 6 or 10 Ages, exposing themselves to STDs and the rest of them. And then they'll not go and do this with a 10-year-old Agege that does not know anything. After
Now, hold on. I want to try to bridge the gap. Although I personally agree that it is morally against the substructure of the African culture and tradition, legalizing it would pose a few advantages. One, men don't have to be married. You can marry a man. Instead of marrying a woman and making her life living hellfire.
Exactly.
You can marry a man.
My point is that
I swear to God, it will solve a lot of Nigeria's problems. You don't understand it. You see, abroad, a Lebanese girl go tell you from the beginning, say she be Lebanese. The one where they two do the two, that one will be bias. Go tell you from beginning, say she be bias. No need to hide. Nigeria, you go marry girl for church. When papa and mama na traditionalists, you carry and reach house, go see say na Lebanese you marry.
Of course, and you guys say, oh, they should come out. How can they come out? When if they come out, they are criminals.
In my opinion, no, I believe they should legalize it. In my opinion.
I'm looking at the safety aspect
I'm
of
with you
it.
as well. I'm with you.
Safety, how?
It's not going to cost. It's going to be the other way.
I don't know. You see, we need to not be emotional about this. I'll call you, Chichi, once I'm done. Did you see it? Just give me like 1 hour. I'll call you. Have you seen it? You are welcome. I'll call you.
Do you think they don't? That's the thing. You know, this thing has been it's been since.
All those people saying it to cause so much damage. The damage is being caused now.
To be honest with you, okay.
Didn't you watch my wife's story? Didn't you watch what she went through? Do you know what my wife went through? Instead of make my daughter go through and make them legalize them from the relationship to the marriage, make them legalize all. See, me, I like woman. Wait, me, I like woman. I like curvy women. Now me be that. I'm not going to start chasing man because they've legalized it.
Okay, Daddy Freeze, I want to tell you something now, okay? Being as Africans, I'm telling you, if they legalize it, that a man should marry a man, a woman should marry, if they want to do it, whatever you want to marry, a man should marry a man. That same man will still go and sleep another woman and tell that woman, I don't have anybody, I marry that woman.
A man, listen, a woman told me her story.
And nobody cares. Let me see, the truth is nobody cares about. There's no emotion in this thing because to me, excuse me, I'm very sorry to say, to me, I feel for me, it's dirty for me. So I don't care about what they do. That's how I feel about it. So, but yes, to me, I won't even, if I'm sorry, to me it's dirty. So if you want to do it, it's your business. But my concern is that it won't change anything for Africa. The moment they do it, I said that Agege man will marry Agege man. Tomorrow you will marry another woman. It won't change anything. It will change.
It will change a lot. You see, the problem is you have never experienced the deception.
You mentioned
if they do them to you,
legalizing. Yeah, where I am, it's legal. We have those stores. You can go in and buy what you want to buy. If you want to eat it, you want to whatever you want to do, you can go and buy it. And it does a world of difference. And that is why countries like Mexico are pushing for it to be legal as well. Because the more if you criminalize something, there's the demand for it becomes more expensive. And then there'll be crime attached to that thing. But once you remove the criminal element from that thing, it doesn't, then that all the crimes attached to it can start dropping. The same thing applies here. Once you remove the criminal element from it, people are now comfortable enough to be themselves and don't have the need to deceive other people.
When I trust our mothers and our parents.
They're now in the open. Now, if you don't want your children to associate with them, now it's now your own decision. You understand? You now have
Sometimes I wonder why I trust our mothers and our parents. I know them. So whatever they want to do, let them go ahead. Our mothers will be like, you see that man? I shouldn't see you near him. Don't even go to him. So that's okay.
You now know.
You want your kids.
You now know who.
And
Yes,
you
now
get the
you look in the
consequences.
corners because they will still be there, whether you criminalize it or you leave it. Always be there. You like what you like.
But you know what they do? But the only problem is, should they decide to do that, let them make sure they invest in the health sector. Let them invest in the health system because it's very important. They will need it so badly.
The health
That is not that's what I'm saying. We don't have preparation for these things. We should have preparation for it.
we should have preparation because it's already problems are already there. And you know
No. Madam, when you are, it is because you are in America. When you are okay. I'm telling you, no. What are you talking about? If a child, if you have a teenage child who's going through trauma and is not, the parents are not able to afford money for counseling or things like that, and you think it's okay. Are you talking about talk about going to the hospital first and they make you buy cards?
now
You have to buy cards. This one is seen by a doctor. They will ask you to pay registration fee. No, it's children. No, it's the children. And the child is going home to learn. For me, I don't care about the adults. They can do whatever they like. Because for me, I live overseas. My child is safe. I live overseas here. My child is safe, right? So I can say, okay, I don't care, let them just do whatever they like there and they do this. But I am still concerned about the fact that over there, they don't have that
legal there. But it's legal where you are. And your child is safe.
What I'm saying is, okay, why I use no. Let me ask you why my child is insurance. Because she has insurance. Because if we go to the hospital, they have any opportunity that people don't have. They don't have it. So I'm talking about those back home. A lot of these kids live under the bridge. No, they don't even have a lot of them are they're going through this. I'm talking about the minority. They don't even have the rich people.
Wait, you say your child is safe, but it's legal there. So how is your child safe if it's legal there? How are they
Because
not
explaining how you live and they will answer. I'm explaining to you and they will answer. I'm a counselor. I'm explaining to you that for number one, even being saying this, I'm a counselor. If anything happened to my son, or I can start talking to my son, and so that's one opportunity for that boy. Secondly, is in a society where hospital, I can just take him there, go to the hospital. There's trauma, there's that's everything. So if something like that happened to him, he's got opportunity. I am talking about people back home. You mean you don't have that opportunity?
Wait, you mean
okay, let me break it down. So since you don't understand what she said, let me break it down. What she's trying to say is that she is a situation, she is a counselor. She can manage the emotional aspect of this. She's got insurance. She can get access to the health care without delay. Anything can report this. She can report these to the police. She can report these to the police and get justice. Okay? She can also start this child on PrEP and the rest of them should need in events. God forbid something happens. Now bring it to an average family back home. Yeah. Or even the less educated ones.
Wait.
Bring it to them. As a person, it's like
now I understand what she's saying. She's saying because she's here, she's abroad, right? So if something happens, if one of those Agege people come and do something bad, there's counseling, she can counsel her son, or she can afford counseling, she can take him to the hospital to get health care. But take it to the person at home. The person cannot afford healthcare. There's no good healthcare. There's no counseling. I get that point. But my question is, the person back home, whether there is counseling or there is no counseling, whether there's healthcare or there's no healthcare, those people that are lurking, if they now do it to that person's child, the person's child is still in the same situation. The person's child still is now still left with the same trauma. What I'm saying is, regardless of whether
you're talking about they're still left with it. Okay, how about, Tolu, let me ask you. If a child gets RAPE, you know about PrEP, don't you?
No, I the kids. I know.
Okay.
The kids.
What are the chances that a child, somebody who needs help, can get a PrEP back home? That's that.
It's because our healthcare is zero. I agree with you. Our healthcare is zero.
So what are we arguing about?
People are not getting RAPE back home.
It's not going to, the increase will not be like this.
Increase. So you think, wait, so you think
the increase will not be like that. And you know what? This is what I was trying to explain to you a while ago. Because let me tell you, right? Let's say you be Agege. You be Agege like this. You don't get like 20 partners. We don't get another 20 partners. It's on the increase because it's legalized. Okay? And let's say one of those partners be Agege, that RAPE now. Now you can't go see person where no they do any of these things, can't go corner. That's what we mean.
see
Because the bad ones will always be there.
somebody see. I'm not see.
The chances is, and you know the way people do this opposite way, like the opposite, doing this from the right place. At least some of them they tend to wear protection. These ones where they go Agege, where they go for the other side. Because they don't bother about protection, you know that. Most of them don't bother about protection. So this increases the chances of transmission. Do you understand the point? Because the normal random person is doing something we are on a normal place and they're protecting themselves. But these ones are not protecting themselves. This increases the chances of diseases. Please, some of them will get here. When you get forcefully, one thing is to do something where we say in a normal place you and I use. Another thing is to force somebody to do something where they barely use. There's an here, they can bleed.
You see, that's what you
can hurt them.
Something that is criminal is criminal. See, forcing somebody, whether man and woman, woman and woman, man and man, forcing somebody, anybody, whether you're forcing a child or you're forcing an adult, anybody is wrong and criminal. Forcing anybody at all. So the fact that you say, oh, men can now do with men, does that mean forcing men is now okay? No. It's still the same.
It's not okay. It's not okay, but you see what happens every day. There's a lot of news about people getting, taken advantage of, and they can't even speak up. They can't even get help. They can't even get the justice that they deserve. This is what we are talking about. You don't want to leave people. You don't want to leave people damaged and medically finished as well. One thing is to traumatize somebody here. Another thing is to finish them both health-wise and every-wise. That's the point. There's something I will keep saying. There's something.
No put Peking for the video. The video the video na deep video. Make Peking no show inside. No vex. I just go down.
There's something I'll keep saying. Whether we take it or not, we Africans, we are different from people overseas. Trust me. Our mentality, our way of thinking, remember, whether we accept it or not, we have culture that we have been bred with.
But that culture has not done anything for us.
That reason, that culture still lives in us. That is the reason why we're having this conversation today. No matter what it is, right? I'm telling you, whether they legalize this thing or not, it would rather create no problem for us. A, we are not equipped for it. Two, we the African, we will do it wrongly. The way people think it's going to work.
So are we doing it rightly now?
We are doing it rightly now because we are hiding it. The moment they start, I'm telling you that by the time they tell them to start doing it, go and start doing it, you'll be surprised. And another thing, I always say something. In Ghana, when our ex-president may so rest in peace, Rollins, was ruling Ghana. Ghana was beautiful. Africans, we need military behavior, military ruling. We are not wired the way the white people are wired. I'm telling you, we in this part of the world, people are, the way they are wired is different. We even when they want to do things.
And Africa, I'm offended on African behalf. Because
no, please. No, I'm very sorry. That's my opinion. Okay? I'm so sorry. Because I mean, we're talking about Africa that people break people's houses. Hmm? You could just stay in your house, people will just come and break into your home in the name of robbery. That's where you want the thing like this to be legalized. And you see them.
This is what I'm saying.
I mean, you're talking about overseas that at least as we did here like this.
All right, I want to bring Dr. John J. I want to bring Dr. John J.
I don't understand. And then you expect people to be breaking into people's houses, they're unable to find something meaningful to steal, and then what do you expect? Agege go enter your house, nothing, there's no
Baba, they don't they do am already. Legalizing it will not make it better or worse. Let me bring Dr. John J. I want to bring a man. So who wants to volunteer to go?
Let me go. I'll go.
Are you sure, Sama baby?
I'll go.
I want the Ghanaian woman to stay. Or Sama to stay. Who wants to stay?
I'll stay.
Tolu, wait.
Okay, I'll go.
Sama, okay, one of you, Sam, because Sama and the Ghanaian woman are on the same level, one of them should go. Tolu, wait.
Okay.
So let's bring a neutral person, Dr. John J. Sama don't go. Sama, I'm bringing you back, oh. John J, where are you? Doki?
He says he can't join yet.
He says he can't join yet. Okay. Let me bring...
John would have the medical... he'll also come from a medical perspective as well. And I'm interested to hear what he has to say.
You see, those people saying that we should not legalize it are coming from an emotional perspective.
I'm telling you.
Not logical.
No. I'm not.
Because let me ask you a question,
I'm not.
Hold on. With all the culture we have in Nigeria, how are we better than those that don't have culture?
Daddy Freeze, I am coming from the perspective that we are not equipped for it. We are not ready for it, Daddy Freeze.
What?
It's only going to be made for the rich people.
What do we need to be ready?
What do we need to be ready? All right, we have Agogo Mena here. Agogo baby.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
All right, let's hear you. What are your thoughts?
My thought is legalizing it will cause a lot of problems. I know right now we're looking at like...
Explain what kind of problems. I want to hear the problems.
One is we're trying to compare Nigeria to like Amsterdam and Canada.
My sister.
This thing. We cannot even do that because we are not on the same space. That's one.
Not at all.
The problem we have with it now, even if it is legalized, they will still not come out. You know why? Because of this cultural thing that this auntie has been talking about. Because
you are wonderful.
Wrong in us that even though we pretend to want to be Americanized or foreign, right? If we still have that respect for our parents.
Then how? That thing is not respect. That's what has put us in problem.
Let it not be respect. Okay, let it be fear. We still have that fear that I can't go home and take my fellow gender to my parents and show them this.
Yes.
Because they will still get married to their same boy and to the opposite, rather than go ahead and get married to their choice. Right. So that hiding is still going to be there.
It's going to be there for a while. It's not going to be there forever.
Yes. And see, another thing again, where they were talking about the health challenges we have and our children. Nigerians, even things that are legal, we abuse them. Let's alone. So you can imagine the
That's
kind
what I've been preaching. I've been saying this thing.
Especially like here, they were talking about boundaries. Even if your child is in a school, and the school district does not allow this thing to be taught, right? Their curriculum does not allow this lesson. And there's a teacher who belongs to this category of people. This teacher would respect that boundary to the highest.
Thank you.
But in Nigeria, if
There's no boundaries in Africa
that has this thing, and you now legalize it, the teacher will now be teaching your children. Not your children. The teacher will be bringing it to school and flaunting it in the face of kids that are blank, that don't have. So these kids it will be easy for kids to take this thing. So right now, what my own is like, we have to protect. It's about the children. These adults, they are gone.
That's
already.
what I'm saying.
They've taken it already.
So you're speaking from both sides of the mouth. One, you said.
How do you mean?
Wait, let me explain. You said if they legalize it, that even if they legalize it, that our culture has eaten so deep into us that those people would still be in the closet, even if they legalize it.
Yes.
But then again, you say if they legalize it, teachers will not come and start teaching children about it. Teachers are not able to. How will they come and start teaching children about it when people at home they still afraid to come out?
So if you legalize, you are telling me that I can openly say I am this thing. So which means the teacher can openly tell your child.
The teacher can openly, but will the teacher do that?
But right now, Tolu, because
you should understand. I don't know. I don't know, please.
Can try that.
I don't know how to explain this to you.
If your child comes home and tells you that
Africa is way different.
You will be able to take
they don't understand boundaries at all.
Legal. But once you make it legal, and a teacher, just the way they have XCS education, they will add that into the education also. Even here in America, there are some districts that you do not try. My kids are in school. There are some districts that you do not try. Why there are some districts? Hold on. Why there are some
even in fact, in Australia, they're the same.
And then those districts that you can do it, guess what? Parents are starting to homeschool their children. Do you think they really like it? They don't like it. But it's what they give to them. Parents are starting to homeschool their kids.
I don't know why in Africa they make people feel as if everybody here likes it.
We see that it's legal.
People like it here.
Free. You have colleagues that even they themselves, they know they are not free. Let's not accept this mental madness. But accepting it, we should not. That's just for me. We should not. These adults, they don't already do them. They want to hide. As Africans, even there are Africans living in diaspora that can't even come out openly. Now, they are not in Nigeria. They are abroad, but they are hiding it. Do you understand? They are in a community where it is legal, but they still hide it.
There are even Americans that are still in the closet. That even though the society is open to it, they are still in the closet. But see, it takes time.
It is legalized. Not everyone is open to it, please. Your statement is no. The fact that it is legalized doesn't mean everyone is accepting it.
People are homeschooling their kids.
It's legal.
They are buying houses in districts that do not allow it.
Because I'll tell you one thing. I have I was telling that if my ex-husband is an Aussie, is a white. We've been married for many years. The moment this daughter told him that this and this and this and this, he said no. That's it. He said, I'm not interested in that. I don't want to know that. So that this is to tell you that even then, not everybody accepts it.
That's what I'm saying.
Whether it is legalized. It is legalized. So if it is legalized here and not everybody is even embracing it, does that mean that we should allow it and we should embrace? Because I keep hearing the word people say we should learn to embrace it. We should learn to embrace it. That's what everybody is saying. Oh, it's because Africans, we don't know it. It's been there for long. We should learn to embrace it. We cannot embrace something that because it's legalized, you want to do it. You can do it. If it is that important, if it's not a big deal, how do you want to push it on other people to embrace it?
We said you're not putting it on anybody. You're not. That's what people are not getting.
No. Because the way you are talking about
doesn't mean they're pushing it on you. See, wait.
No.
You like what you like.
No.
I like what I like. He likes what he likes. Nobody can force you to like what another person likes. So if you say, so you're saying, this person comes out tomorrow and say, oh, now because it's now legal, I'm coming out. I'm coming out to say this is where I am. And you say, oh, it's because they legalize it. See what legalization has caused. Legalization has turned that straight man.
But do you know,
Legalization has turned
but do you know this Agege, movement, right? Do you know this Agege movement? Because we all know, I mean, some of us Igbo, some of us, you understand. Do you know this Agege movement? The only problem that one problem that I even find with it is that the way they groom all these boys.
See, grooming is amongst everybody, even straight people, man and woman, You see, adults grooming a child is wrong on any, even if it's a man grooming a girl, a woman, anybody grooming that one is wrong on every thing, on anyhow you look at it. But the fact that does not mean, it's not the same thing as saying allow men to be with men or women to be with men. That, oh, now grooming is okay. Grooming is still wrong. That Leah is still wrong. So whether the pilia is man to man, woman to woman, man, it's still wrong. And it will still be whether you legal. So the point is legalizing that. It's not the same thing. I'm not saying now it's not okay for an adult to be with children. No. What is wrong. But criminalizing it only makes it worse. Criminalizing man to man makes it worse. Makes people.
But you have to understand something, okay? At least we all came to meet our parents, our ancestors, and everybody here. It is now that we decided that okay, fine, this is at the end of the day we're going to make our own decisions and all that because the world has made it like that. So for that, at least let's still give them that respect, that our parents those respect for them to decide if they want to legalize it or not. If they said it's not okay for them, let them not legalize it. If you want to do it under the closet, you do it under the closet. That's your own business.
See, don't even bring our parents inside it. Sorry, our parents are the biggest problem that we have. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is the way it is. 99% because our parents not really get sense. Our parents were chasing religion when the rest of the world was embracing technology.
Let's not start with religion because with religion.
Let's leave religion. Listen, hold on. Our parents, let me tell you, that's why I said our parents are the problem. Our parents are not cultural. They just think they are. They are culturally religious.
Yes,
they absorb the culture from the ground. You see, our problem started when the white man came. Every generation from there, na problem. Because that's no longer our culture. It has been mixed. Anything where you they do for Nigeria, where you they go mosque or they go church for, no be our culture again. Because we are not Muslims or Christians.
Suppose they go river.
We suppose they go river.
So that was why when I said culture, right? When you said the problem was our culture, I wanted to tell you it wasn't our culture. The problem was the religion that has come to change everything. Otherwise, if we were to practice our culture itself, our real culture, we won't be talking about this thing we are talking about today. That's the truth.
And do you know that let me even address a lot of critical Nigerians in comments. A lot of the people that are shouting, do you know that the people that shout anti-Agege things are those people that their children, their brothers, their sisters, all people in your family are all, there are a lot of Ageges in your family. A lot of people, no, I'm addressing people in the comments that are talking.
They may not know.
Because a lot of you are in your surroundings, your family members, they are Agege.
That's what I'm saying.
Because some of your children, they are Agege. And
that's what I'm saying. That
you marry Agege, your straight children will end up with Agege men. Because
Tolu, it won't change. Whatever you say won't change anything. Let me tell you this, okay? They said when you go to home, buy what you don't know don't kill you.
Oh, so we want to live in denial.
No, let me come. If I know that my family member, that this particular person is Agege, and I don't want to associate myself with that person, it's as simple as that. So if you have a family member that you know that is Agege, and you still feel you want to be with that person, that's your problem. But the thing is, the fact that they are still hiding it, that you don't know, is a plus for you. That's the thing. If you're saying that your family member is Agege, some of the people that say they don't like it probably don't know that any of their family or their friends is doing it. Like that if is saying that somebody will get married to you, you will not know that man is Agege. Do you think if that woman knows that man is Agege, he will marry that man? If he doesn't want Agege, he will not marry that man. So it's not like you will say, okay, the people that are saying no to Agege, no to... Some people say no to Agege genuinely because of one thing or the other. I am saying no to Agege in Nigeria because I know we are not equipped for that. That's my own opinion. We are not ready for that. We don't have that medical thing. We don't have it. You cannot compare here and there. It's too big. Developing and developed. It's a different.
One thing I read on the blogs were like most younger men, they go into it because they wanted favors. So this still goes down to Nigeria is not ready. Because if we had a lot of things,
we are not ready.
Why would I want a favor to do that thing?
To bend down.
To bend down. Do you understand? So, but here they are doing it because their brain is telling them they like this person, right? Yes. But in Nigeria, they are doing it because they want a favor from somebody. So it's kind of they are being compared, or it's kind of transactional. That's why they are doing it. You get Nigerian environment. I don't think
Nigeria in general. When it comes to man and woman, even any kind of bedroom activities, transactional, and that's a general consensus. Okay, man and woman, anything in Nigeria, when it comes to a lot of those things are transactional. So whether it's man or woman and woman and all those things are usually transactional.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If the country is working well, right? If the country is working well, at least we would have been able to eliminate that favor is making me do this thing, not because I want to do it. And let's not forget some of them here, later, they start coming back. They start going back.
I beg, if you be man, when you marry woman. If you be man, when you marry woman, when I'm back, you won't knock your woman back. If not saying I'm spoiled. Now nothingness, now spoil. If you be man, when you want to knock back, when you not go knock woman back. Waiting street for man in back, we're not there for that woman back. That's him back.
You know, I
make each other adjust. Now we want spoil. We are only just now spoil. My dear, nothing is there.
Sometimes we are copying, just like you said earlier, we tend to over-copy.
We don't have to copy.
Yeah, we tend to over-copy, and then some of these things.
We over-copy, my dear.
Right? So at the end of the day, we don't copy this thing. The thing can't just enter our...
Oh, you think we are copying? You don't think it's in our culture?
I said some of these things we copy. Some of these things.
Wait,
yes, they might copy. We see some things and we want to try them out. You know, and then we try them, we now get... so entangled in it, and we don't know how to pull out of it, and then it's just that. Because that's why sometimes you see some people, they may want it, but then one is saying yes, one is saying no. But then
the moment my Nigerian people here say money did that place, they go there. That is the truth. The moment they hear say that place, if you bend down now 1 million naira, you go bring 6 boys, so when get away shit. I'm telling you. These are my
do the math. How much will I get?
How much? He's not doing it because he wants to do it. That is his preference. No. That is what we should be looking at. He's not doing it because that is his preference.
Tolu and Agogo, please help me bring you back. I want to bring Dr. John J. Tolu, fine. I might have to bring you back, so be on standby. Madam, I like you because now they fight the anti, so I want the pro. So make the equation balance.
Daddy, please. Okay, Daddy, please, my people, Nigeria. We are too stubborn.
I want us to have pro and anti. So I'm just inviting some more people.
Yeah.
Nigerians will do anything for money. That one I agree.
I'm telling you that.
All right, brother. What are your thoughts?
Good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Good evening.
Samaria is gone. Okay. Good evening, madam.
You wanted me to bring back Samaria?
No. It's okay. I'm still good.
Make una pop my money gun, oh, as una dey here, oh.
I'm in support of this wonderful lady here. She keeps on analyzing about we are not yet in that capacity to curtail this Agege stuff if it's legalized. And apart from that, we are not looking at the other part of the law. We have basic issues in the country that the law and the law has not even basic issues that the law has not even met.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask the two of you a question. What if tomorrow you find out that your son is Agege? Do you have a son, woman?
Yes, I have a 19-year-old boy.
Good. Brother, do you have a son?
Yeah, I have a 3-year-old boy.
Good. How would you find out if your son na Agege? Because whether you like it or not, out of this population of children we have, 50 to 70% of them are either at full Agege or half and half. The percentage is crazy. How would you feel if you came home visiting to Nigeria one day, your son will be Agege, can't go toast another boy, the boy can't shout Agege for his head, they can't strip him, can't flog him, can't injure him? How will you feel?
On Nigeria,
I'm not going to feel anything.
You don't feel anything.
that beat when they will beat up, and I go clear that thing come out for your body.
If you like, make you cut in head, come out. Agege know they come out their body.
No, wait.
So you guys will rather you guys will rather make them flog your children, come out their cloth.
That's why I want to explain something to you, that if let me answer that question. Let me give you an explanation. Okay? My son, the moment he turned 4 going 5, Motin Koboshe for sure. Like I put
Konshasho.
I'm trying to explain something to you. No, I'm trying to explain something to you, right? So a child like that, you should expect things I'll be telling you. I started telling him about things. If anybody touch you, if anybody do this, if anybody do that. So until I started teaching him about all this, I get gay and all these things. And I'm making my point down to my son that if you try him, because personally I don't like it. Toba lo she toba mwemi o mwema ma konye si any. I will turn my back like I don't know you. Period. Okay, by force. It's true. Daddy freeze. I will not lie.
Your own son.
That's how I feel about it. I'm telling you that if it's going to be try, I won't.
Let me do something else.
If they buy your son, you'll be okay. Say me they buy him because he be Agege.
They buy him because of it be Agege. And people who know there's a possibility to call it buy. There's the possibility of anything. Okay, that if it's that Nigeria recently. Do you remember that boy?
Yes, now. In Abuja.
Yes. Did you not know that he said there were so many threats on him? So that means that he knows that thing, there's consequences for it. Give me by consequences. One she won't be by him now.
True. Daddy Freeze, let me use GUN to call for
There's no
example.
emotions here, Daddy Freeze. There's no emotions here. I'm dealing with facts.
Yeah, currently in Nigeria, we are facing a lot of GUN issues, and GUN is not legalized, right? Immediately, GUN is legalized in Nigeria. What will be facing will be a surge of criminality. The surge will go with all-time high. Currently, we are facing that issue, and it's not legalized. But and that same applies to that Igbo something that we're talking about. It's being curtailed now. Not that it's not a problem. It's a problem. But when it's legalized, it will go out of control.
All right. I can't bring new people, so I want to end the live and start afresh again. So my darling sister and my brother, I would like you, Amome, I would like you to come back, and Justice, I want you to come back immediately. No door.
Okay.
Now, just so I can invite people, because Instagram has stopped me from inviting people.
Okay.
All right, we're back. We're back on Instagram. The lady that was talking earlier, please, I want you to come back live. Justice is back already.
Okay.
All right, Justice.
Thank you for being.
Uh-huh.
So that the freeze, there's a point you made the other time that I accept it, but not totally. That you said it will ease the man marrying man. At least you will know in time and all that. It's good, but that is just a percentage of the advantage. But that doesn't deter the fact that the disadvantage is not higher. So we are looking at the surge, not the little advantage that it took, because the advantage is actually very, very little, but the disadvantage is actually very high, and we don't have the capacity. Me and you know that already. We are talking about basic cases that we can't even solve, because one person that is up there, you know that you can get away with justice. We have never talked about the law part of the matter. We don't have a good legal system in the country. Me and you know that. We know what it takes. The law is actually meant for the rich. So there are going to be more legal cases. How has those 14-year-old girls, 3-year-old children been given justice? That is just normal man to lady kind of thing. Then what about, we're now bringing on that new aspect as Agege. That is on that different part. We have not even gotten the laws that is supporting or that will break down, because when the law are meant to be tilted, so when they find out that it's not working, they have to go back. And our country is not a proactive country. They will look away for a certain amount of time. They take a lot of time. Our legal process it has a lot of delay. We know these things already. So when it comes to implementations, we are slow. We are not proactive. So those are the aspects we're looking at. We're not going to talk about social media display and influencing. That's another aspect, because we are only exposed to the little ones that we're even seeing. Just these little cross-dressers that we have in Nigeria. We see displays that are not palatable. Then when it comes to legalization, it will bring a lot of things out. Social media might not even contain what's going to come out. Actually, we are not but the medical part of the matter. The medical part of the matter is currently we can't even satisfy our own people that have issues. You see, if someone will come, maybe they stab this innocent. I've seen an innocent girl dying in Abuja because of they stabbed her and they dropped her in Metama Hospital. They say, go and get a police report. And those kind of matters can easily be treated outside, because they are prepared for such emergency cases. I've gone to an emergency ward before in Wuse, and they told me I have to bribe somebody first before I now do the normal paperwork. Then before they now call a doctor for me. That's no longer emergency. I've gone to the hospital around after 12, and they start seeing me around 3:30. It's no longer an emergency.
A country where we battle to cure malaria. A country that we battle to cure simple malaria, because at least malaria is our normal disease. I'll call it like that. Normal disease, just like how we have cancer.
No, I want us to come back. I want us to come back to a conversation. So if you find out, say your pikin na Agege, they can't buy your pikin say na Agege, how will you feel?
I say there's consequences. Daddy freeze.
Your own pikin.
Daddy freeze.
You ready make your pikin buy?
I'm not ready to make it buy. Now he carry himself to buy.
Let me tell you something. When I was growing up,
Daddy freeze.
10 years back, one of my prayers now make I know yet say one of my siblings now Agege now better beating that thing go come up for your body. Yes. Let's be factual. I'm telling you from emotion.
So you rather make your pikin buy?
No. talking about that psychological part of the premium person not become because you go. Bros, not be small thing be this thing, bro.
That is free. That is free. Let's now be factual here, okay? This trauma, we all can have trauma. The moment he becomes like that, I don't start to traumatize him. When he knows, say, I go traumatize. Does he think about me as well? No.
What is his business with you? It is his life. Why do parents inside them? Listen, hold on. My child's problem, wait. My child's problem, wait. My child's problem because my problem if he cannot feed himself. As long as he not come meet me, say make I give him money to take do agege, then I'm good.
That's fine.
But
if you know,
say in they successful, in they living life, in they okay, in come be agege,
yes.
I go come they traumatize.
No. What I'm saying is, for me.
Why are you traumatized on behalf of somebody when no they traumatized?
No, because I don't like it.
That's your business. How many things do I do that my parents like? Hold on. Does your mother know that you do like dog? That style will be like dog. Oh. Your mama know. Your mama like him.
I dey tell am where. I dey tell am so they do where.
All the people where you bench for your life, your mama know say you bench them.
Daddy freeze. Please, you might have not met my kind of a person. If you bring my mama on this life, where I go tell am for your face, you go not say na true, my picking that's what you did. Truly speaking.
Okay. Oh.
That is me. I'm a realistic person. That's my life. So that's why I'm saying that if I can get traumatized, say you go do it and I don't like. If the consequences come, why for worry me? Now you go carry on say you want to, and why don't they say that thing not good? Because there's consequences. That's it.
Josh Esek.
My children, they are around.
You can't decode yourself.
Yeah, no, it's talk now. My children, they are around.
Oh yeah. Help us press X. I go bring the next person. Oh yeah, press X. Don't press arm.
Daddy Freeze, we are not equipped for this thing.
I know we are not equipped. I agree with you. The one way I know agree with you be say you won't buy your pig. You want me to buy your picking because now agege. That one worry me. Ah.
No. Nobody want me to buy him picking now. Nobody want me to buy him picking. What I'm saying is that now your choice. Your consequences. That's it. Your choice, your consequences. That's it.
But guess what? If they legalize it, there will be no consequences.
Yeah. Truth is, there will be consequences.
If they welcome, madam.
And society does not accept it. So, however it is, like DF said something about madam being, why would you be traumatized about your child's actions? Traditionally, even if you try to max it, the tradition will force you to be traumatized because the system is not ready.
We are not ready for it.
Here in Canada, it's even difficult for those of us from Nigeria trying to train our children from because I believe it's psychological, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So you have to train your children, let them know. So if, for instance, I raise my child to know that for every action there's consequences.
I do that to my sister.
You can't come and say, oh, okay, you go, it's your life, you want to live it, okay, fine. The moment I know that you are this, my hands are up because anything you say,
My hands are up.
you take it.
Hallelujah. Thank you. That's
Nigerian system, you legalize it, there'll be consequences. People, there'll now be secret buying of people. They'll be taking them out. Families will now be organizing to take because no family wants that stigma. So it will be worse.
Very, very
sorry. It will open a different kind of one that we are not ready for.
Very correct.
We're not ready.
I think that's my 2 cents. Dear, it's nice to meet you. This is my first time on the show.
This one past 2 cents.
I have to go back to work. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my sister. You see, we need to understand that I see a lot of, I don't like or support Agege or their tendencies. But I'm seeing a level with you guys that is a bit scary. Chichi Obama. Oh yeah, put mouth for the matter where they grant.
My question is, why are Nigerians selectively westernized?
Selectively westernized. Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ gbọ́ yẹn yín jọ̀mọ́.
I need answers. Why are we picking? Madam, break it down.
Break it down.
What are you trying to drive at? Why are we picking? What I mean breaking it down is, if we want to go westernized, why can't we just all go westernized and say, okay, yes, we're westernized? Then we'll know that everything is westernized because we have culture. There's something called culture. We have it. So we came from a background where things were put in a certain way, and then all of a sudden, people want to like pick the one they choose, they want to do, and then the one. Thank you, my sister. So my thing, God bless you. My own thing is this: I don't have a problem any Agege being Agege or any Lebanese being Lebanese. But my own thing is pick sides. If you want to do that kind of thing, go to the Western world where it is well appreciated and where people want it. They have all the things that they need. That everything they have all the amenities and every other thing that they need to get the thing done. But here, we don't have any of those. We don't. They don't. They are not ready for it. The justice is terrible. There's no amenities for anything. 60% of these Agege things that's going on. I'm a psychiatric nurse. I work in a.
I thought you wanted to say I'm a psychiatric patient.
Right, and no, seriously, I'm a psychiatric nurse, and I work in a psychiatric hospital. I'm a supervisor in the hospital that I work. I can tell you that 40% of the Ageges that come, they are all depressed, they are confused, they don't even know what they're doing. Most of them are, this is in the Western world now. We're talking about Western world right now. We're not even talking about, I'm not coming down to Nigeria right now. This is Western. Yeah. They are confused, they don't even, sometimes the suicidal rates, go Google it. It's because it's a confused gender. They don't, sometimes is it what they want to do or it's not what they want to do. You understand? We have the successful ones, but the ones that are not successful is more than the ones that are successful. And the successful ones, trust me, they come in for reevaluation of their psych medications. A lot of
I love the statistics. I love the statistics.
Sister, when I'm doing counseling, when you sit in front of these people and they start talking, you have pity for them.
I'm telling you,
These are complete confused people. Most of them don't even like the space they are. They don't like the space. The space. Like it.
No,
sometimes they don't. That is why they don't like it when they talk to you. That's why I just don't want to I don't want to bring out my whole self. If you
so my own thing is
what they are going through. But that is painful. Health-wise, all are very painful.
Now let me ask you something, Chichi Obama. What would you do if you found out your son was Agege? What would you do?
Okay, what would I do? If he's grown, I already imprinted and engraved in his life that it is unacceptable, right?
Yeah.
But when he's independent, you don't have. This is America. After a certain age,
what if you bring your son come Nigeria one day and you don't know say na Agege, and then they can't catch him inside Agege, they can't buy him? How will you feel?
That's the path he chose, unfortunately.
That's the path he chose.
Because I imprinted in you as a grown-up, as a child. Baby,
that's what I'm saying.
This is not good. But you decided that, I want to go the other way. Who am I to stop you? I cannot.
Enjoy your friends.
There's always consequences for everything that they bring.
Yeah, it's a
don't get worried. Don't get emotional about
Now,
this.
that is why people want it legalized in Nigeria. Because if it is legalized in Nigeria, then there is no consequence.
Oh no, that if it is not true. If it's legalized, there's always consequences.
How?
things are legalized. There's no, I don't know. Don't even things that are legalized. When you overdo it, there's consequences.
There's consequences.
You
for
understand?
everything. If you go above the norms,
That is free. Alcohol legalized in Nigeria?
Of course.
Okay, so if you drink alcohol and you overdrink alcohol, we can knock you, not the consequences.
But how many people drink alcohol to the point where it becomes like that?
Okay, if you drink, yeah, a lot. That difference is, you see, it's some news that you don't even hear some news because the news are not meant to be spread at all.
We do a lot of drink and drive in Nigeria, and most of these accidents.
America, you can't try all that now. Are you crazy?
When you drink abroad, you leave your car in how you came with it. You go with an Uber, and the next day you come back and take your car because you are scared to lose your license.
That is free. My house here, okay, on my area here.
If you even know you're going to go out,
at least
why take your car?
At least in a week, in that 7 days a week, at least if it's not 5 or 6 times, there's always police checkpoint that will brutalize you.
Yeah.
That is a country that is system that is working.
Yeah.
It's a system that is working.
Not a system you will see a police officer inside gutter. Are you kidding me?
You are telling me, I said the only thing that surprised me in Nigeria that, in fact, I still cannot understand up to now is a country where in the prison they don't have CCTV camera to showcase anything. I've never heard it.
They're just lying.
CCTV camera. That is free in your house. I'm sure you have CCTV camera in your house.
There is no transparency. They do. They don't.
So please, when I see people that live abroad, they say, "Oh, it's norm here. It's a norm here. We accept it. So Nigerians have to get used to it." And I wonder what is wrong with everybody. Please, it is not a norm here. It's legalized, but it's not by force. You have to do it. It's not a norm.
I don't really, me personally, I don't have a problem.
Okay, it's the argument. The argument. Hold on. The argument is not balanced. Hold on, guys. Somebody has to go. There are 3 people supporting the same thing. Okay, brother, go. I want a balance in the argument. A conversation is not complete if everybody is agreeing. Then it's no longer a conversation. So maybe I'll bring back Tolu.
Okay, yeah, bring back Tolu.
Or Dr. John J. Make I even hear his own.
Ask for somebody else that want to be an opposed.
Bring back Tolu so they can insult Tolu very well.
No, now let's so that we can have a balanced conversation.
So we don't mind them. They're just running their mouth. I understand your opinion where you're coming from, and what you're saying makes sense. But what I'm saying is,
Dr. John J trying to accept him.
Why?
Okay, Chichi, go out. Let me bring Dr. John J.
Should I go?
Yes, please. So I can bring Dr. John.
Okay, sure, I will.
Let's have a different perspective. You know, it's just the same, it's bad. They are going to buy you. They are going to buy your Peking. Dr. John J. I sent you request to. Johnny J. Hey, Yomi.
Hi, Dr. John.
Miss Amo.
So I'm just going to keep Dr. John talk.
No, I want to hear the points first.
You've been hearing all the points since, Baba. No fear. You be ISI boy. Talk your mind. No, let them bully you.
Bully me, no. I've been hearing what, especially the lady, not Tolu, she was saying Nigeria doesn't have the equipment and all these things. I understand what Tolu is saying. She's trying to be objective. We don't like objectivity and any critical thinking here. But the point is that we are not ready for it. And it's not a matter of equipment and stuff. People are saying the wrong things. It's not about equipment. It's just the fact that Nigeria is one of the most religious countries in the world, right? And all the religions reject homosexuality. So imagine you want to legalize it. It's just going to cause a lot of uproar, a lot of violence and stuff. So the argument against legalizing it is more the thing of, if you do this thing, you're going to cause more problems. You need to protect. And I think that's why that's one of the reasons why it's not legal. Because if you start doing it too much, Nigerians start beating people, cutting people. See, didn't they kill one lady of Abuja?
They bye.
Bye. Yeah, so that's the real argument. I mean, there's a healthcare burden, there's increase of HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, cancer, and all those things.
HPV.
Yeah, those ones are even in the back burner. It takes a while for you to get all those things. The main thing is, see, there are places where they legalize it, like South Africa, Botswana, India. Legalization rose, but social acceptance did not rise at the same time. So therefore, there's a stigma.
Even in the UK and the US, there's still social acceptance issues they are dealing with.
Yeah, but it's still better. It's still better, and there's a lot of citizens. You can't, even if you don't accept, you can't go and beat people up. But in Nigeria, if you legalize it, they'll start beating people up, and there'll still be a lot of stigma. So that's the reason why I don't think Nigeria is ready. All this equipment and people are saying is in the back. It's in the back. Imagine, like, none of the regions will accept it. There'll be so much political unrest. There'll be too much going on, and that's why I think Nigeria is ready. I don't think
Dr. John, wait, I have a question.
Yes.
You say if they legalize it, there will be increase in, all these healthcare all these health issues.
That's not the main point for me.
But my question is it that once they legalize it, they say, oh, it's not legal, that more people will not come out and start doing it? Or is it that people that are already doing it will not come out and say, oh, we are doing it?
Yeah, it's okay. So right now, right, if you're a man having sex with a man,
benching. Now God, I take beg you.
If a man benching a man, you will not be able to go to UCH and tell them you have an issue because you're benching a man. Stigma will not let you go. But
right.
if it becomes legalized, you'll be more open to going out and seeking help for all these things. And therefore, there'll be more reported cases of this and that and so on. But you also know that there are people that want to do it, but fear, stigma, decriminality are not letting them go ahead and do it. Right? And
so you think if they legalize it, more people will now say, oh, I'm now free, I can now do it?
Definitely. If you legalize it, there are people that are already doing it. But if you legalize it, there are more people that have said, I can't do this.
Doing what?
Because if they find out, they'll kill me, they'll buy me, they'll do this. But once they hear that it's legal, they'll be more open to saying, okay, make I go face what I like. You know how many men?
Sit down here.
That's why Daddy Freeze. There's one Daddy Freeze video that is going viral. Daddy Freeze, I have problems with you, but let's leave that aside.
No, talk about my problem. What did I say? Oh yeah.
You know how many men? There's something called beard. Beard is you like men, but
yeah. You are covering up.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, exactly. There are many people like that. But once they know that it is legalized, they will remove the beard and just say, you know what? I'll just be hiding it. This is who I am.
That's what we hope for.
I don't know about that one. They'll actually start chasing men.
Then they chase men normally. Wait till they talk this guy.
Yeah, but it's not. That is in America. When I first got to America, when I first started traveling in America in 2012, I went to Jackson, Mississippi. One guy saw me and said, "You look nice." When he talked, "You look nice." I said, "Thank you." He said, "How long are you here for?" I said, "I'm here on a business trip." He said, "I'd like to take you out tonight." Daddy Freeze. If I tell you what I did, go talk to you, like, I ran. I actually started running. I run through petrol station, run inside hotel, just say. He said, do you have a room here? I said, no, I'm looking for my friends. I just stayed there for a while because he never gauged. Then after 2 years, I went to Oakland in California. One man, they follow me inside lounge, just they follow me. But this time I don't run, I just walk out, go my car, go house. Then I went to New York, inside train. By that time, I don't walk. They will say, I like you, you look sexy. I said, no, I'm good. Then, in my own city, I went out, I was with a bunch of people and a lady. A guy came to meet me. When he come, I think say he come meet the woman. He come meet me, say, you look really nice. I like your jacket. I said, thank you. He said this and that. I said, nah, I'm good, thank you. So, like,
You are getting closer and closer to saying yes.
I'm not getting closer. But I'm at the place where I don't need to run. Daddy, let me tell you, I have a friend who's a dentist.
I'm almost done.
He's 56 years old. This guy invited me to Scrabble. I believe that nobody can beat me for Scrabble. He invited me to his house to play Scrabble. When I reached there, he took me to the rooftop. Tomato day, you know this dogs, this cheese, this put them there. Just to let me nice, I brush him for Scrabble, because he can't carry me to tour of the house. He showed me the basement, showed me the room. I wanted to say, he did do like this, say, this is my room, this is my. Just he talk to me.
Yay! Income bench you, mo dáràn.
You don't bench me, don't bench me. So, after all the touching, but it wasn't uncomfortable, he just put it on my shoulder and just.
How can it be uncomfortable? You wait on the understand the.
So when I reach out, he can't send me text. He say, by now you figure things out. I said, yes. Wait now, why did you shout? Calm down.
Oh no, get it.
He said you figure things out, and I said, yeah, I don't go to that church, but I understand that it's cool. And he said, are you going to run away? I said, no, as long as you know I don't go to your church, we're cool. And we become friends. We play tennis and stuff.
As long as the tennis where they play, it starts with T, not P, you are good.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing, I can't realize when you're close to woman, you still want to be her friend. In case, why you carry her to her? Just calm down. So I can't realize he wanted me, but work, but he wanted to be my friend, and I didn't care. But there's so many angles to that thing. I'm not taking us on a tangent. But let me tell you one way keep me fast. He said he found some Nigerian guy that likes him, that wants to be his partner. He said the guy don't agree, everything. I tell him, say, Baba, Nigerian guy na lie, just won't come abroad, won't meet you abroad. The guy come abroad though. When he was going, I said, I'm telling you, that guy is not going to kiss you or anything. Trust me. They met in Dubai. The guy no really kiss, so he just hold and say he never ready to kiss. After I don't collect all the money.
Hey!
So he came back to me crying, said, you told me. I said, I told you, at least you don't charity. But anyway, back to the matter. Legalization and social acceptance don't go together, especially not in Nigeria. It's to be the opposite. And that's why I don't think we're ready for it.
I just like this, your segment, Dr. John J. You too sweet. Hey, it could just be Agege toasted me before. Nigerian doctor shares his story. Baba, I know they think caption. This part goes sweet. Oh yeah, wait till I do you why you don't take like me. Oh yeah, talk Dr. John J. No use that one end.
That is, you know you are my big brother and friend, but you've been talking a lot of rubbish recently.
Hey, Mogbe, Modano. How? Oh yeah.
Yes. With all due respect.
Oh yeah, mention all the rubbish. Make I explain out to you whether you go understand them.
Any man way too clean, where they cut hair, where they shave armpits, 80% of them are Agege. What rubbish?
Brother, let me tell you something. Maybe not abroad, but it is one way I have spotted Nigerian Ageges. You see, me, I work with numbers and I have exposure. There's what you call LCM, lowest common multiple. It is common to all of them. Baba, for Nigeria, all the men that their wives complain say they are either Agege, that they swing both ways, or they are suspected Agege, they all have that super clean look.
Okay, here's better way of some of Daddy Freeze. Your platform is so huge.
But let me tell you something with my platform. That's why I'm not angry with people. They will come, they go pick one line and trend them.
Daddy Freeze, the better way to say it is you can't just say 80% of men that do their hair every week, that shave, it's wrong. What you would have said is a man that is too clean is more likely to Agege, but you just a true percentage.
Okay.
And then you're not saying, don't shave your armpits, don't do this, don't.
I never said don't shave your armpit. I said me, I know they shave my armpits.
Why not? Are you a bushman?
Why should I wait? As in, Baba, for Oyinbo land, men know they shave armpit. Now, woman they shave armpit.
Bro, I'll tell you why.
I'm half Romanian. My cousins for Romania know they shave armpit. Now, when I reach Nigeria, now I see say Nigerian men they shave armpit. Wait till they shave inside armpit.
Bro, listen.
Baba, spray roll-on. Hey, Amara, bring me my roll-on. I mean,
May just get afro for armpit.
Baba, I grow the throne, dude. Make a con they get razor bump for armpits.
No.
Baba, just be, you see, when you they wash regularly, even if you don't use this thing, you go still they okay. Catch. No wound though.
There's no adult human being that will not smell a little bit if you don't use.
Na lie.
Forget that one.
Na lie. Baba, if you are clean and you use roll-on, or
do you know why I'm saying that?
Yeah.
You will sweat. There's no way you will not sweat. You live in Nigeria, you will sweat. Hair traps moisture.
Baba, you see, I live in Nigeria, but I'm not a bricklayer. What work am I doing that I'm sweating?
Everybody's not you.
So, Baba, if you are, let me tell you, if you are clean, instead of make a shave armpit, I go bath 3 times a day.
Daddy Freeze, you don't represent 10% of the
Even 5%.
Baba, so why don't Oyinbo people shave armpit?
Daddy Freeze, may I focus on the point?
No, because that's my point. I noticed that in Nigeria, Baba, I see men where they shave leg. Let's talk about men where they shave leg.
That's a different level.
She don't say that one, I confirm Agege.
It's not confirmed, but it's a bit too much.
So you don't understand that. Now, when you see when you go and cut your hair, as a guy, how often do you cut your hair, Dr. John J?
Once a week at the minimum, because I have bumps if I don't cut my hair.
Okay.
And
do you cut your hair twice a week? Do you know there are men that cut their hair twice a week?
I've done it before, Daddy Freeze. In fact, let me tell you something. One of the reasons why I won't come fight you, because I watch your Insta blog. You just describe me. No.
Okay, no vex. Let's come to an agreement. So maybe the way I worded my words, because if you understand, I was talking to my community. If you listen that day, Tolu Honiki, there are people who are with me all the time. They know what I was saying. You see, you cannot take a 2-hour video or a 1 hour 30-minute video and cut out 1 minute and expect it to carry the essence of the entire video.
Yeah.
So if I came out and I did a 1 minute video, you know, sometimes I sit in front of my car and I do a 1 minute video or a 3 minute. That one is meant to be taken in the context of a short video. But when you take a long video in the context of a short video, you will tend to make errors. And let me tell you something about the blogs. The blogs don't care whether I'm right or wrong or whether I'm making a point. They want a trend. They want something volatile. They want something that will catch fire. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy it because I need the traffic to my page.
Fair enough.
So if people come and say that the fish did not get sense. So if somebody comes to my page and say, a lot of people were insulting me that the fish you don't have sense. I look and I see that I've gotten a new set of customers. Some people that were not advertising with me last week have started advertising. Baba, I get sense past you.
Daddy Freeze, you are one of the most brilliant people in Nigeria, but sometimes you don't say something.
No. So you see, listen, if I said it in a 1 minute video, where I'm supposed to express all my thoughts, you can make this generalization. But when you take a 1 minute video out of a 1 hour, if I remember that video, I did it in the Ekiti State in Akure. You take a 1 minute video.
I did it on my phone because I did break them down.
You understand? So
Yes.
you can watch it. Is long. It's me talking. Inside where they talk, one person will talk and I go shake for him, Papa. I'll continue to talk. So it's a progression. So guys, if you felt offended by me saying, no, I don't mean every guy. But you see, when you are suspecting a guy, like there's one particular pastor where they complain about. Baba, the moment I saw that pastor, before anybody come, I just know, say, this guy, get that, get it. You see, when a guy is you are a clean guy, Dr. John J. But maybe because I've had conversations with you, I can tend to understand that you are not a womanly man. You see, in the world of unisex, lines are blurred out. I'm an entertainer. I'll give you an example. I like things that have bling and diamonds.
We know.
Baba, 90% of watches that have diamonds are made for women. Now rappers, Baba, if I show you woman's watch with diamonds and man's watch with diamond, you go pick the woman own. Because the woman won't go, they go put the diamond, pack and go, they bling. Many Cartiers that men wear with diamonds, now women get them.
Or aftermarket.
Or they take the man own, go add aftermarket. But when you add aftermarket, it now loses value in most instances. So if you want an authentic feel, you either get it in women's website or unisex website. I have up to 20 pairs of sunglasses. I'm a sunglasses guy. Let me show you my latest one.
Peculiarity in mind, attributes of Agege that they are toasting. It's possible.
Baba, see, let me show you my latest pair of sunglasses. This is the new Cartier Panther collection. You can see the Panther.
I'm more of a classic guy than
Baba, now women's sunglasses.
What are the phrase that
So wait, I'm trying to explain something to you. I'm going somewhere. You see, when the lines are beginning to blur, that's why you see men put nail polish. Me, I can never put nail polish. I'm not inclined that way. You see men begin to wear bling. I went into a shop in Romania, a Swarovski shop, and I saw a watch. I liked it. But the watch had stones. The woman there, they come and say, men know they wear watch, we get stone. You understand what I'm saying? So what am I saying at the end of the day? I'm trying to get somewhere with you. The lines are being blurred between unisex, female, male, do you understand? And then unisex. There are many things that begun as female and ended up unisex. Tom Ford Black Orchid perfume is one of my favorite fragrances. Baba, it started as female. Before you knew it, it migrated to unisex. More men buy that fragrance than women. So the lines, you see those days of Bible when they wrote a man should not wear a woman's garment and a woman should not wear a man's garment. Baba, if you come this world today, you don't know which one be man's garment or woman's garment again. True. You will tend to assume men wear earrings, men wear nose rings, men wear many of those things. It doesn't mean that they are agege or swinging both ways. Some are. Some men are in touch with their feminine side. But one of the surest...
Don't say feminine side. Don't say this. It's not necessarily side, but I know what you mean.
Okay. Maybe I'm rewarding it wrong. Somebody said na collabo.
People are becoming more metrosexual.
Yes. But you see, there is I took a case study of a man that was agege but married a woman. And I sat down with the woman and listened to her for a long time explain to me. Baba, let me tell you something. Their neatness is impeccable. Men can be neat. Men can be clean. But as a guy, there's always going to be that rough edge. Even as you clean, as you still get small roughness. Baba, when you see these people, oh, Baba, their lips enough each chap because they go rub, even if not just Vaseline, everything will just proper.
Yeah, a bit more calm. Yeah.
Yes. Because you see,
Please, you never jump the sea again.
Baba, those ones are the ones where they do and they sell. You see, I am not, Baba, let me tell you something. I want you to understand, and I want this particular message where they pass now. Hold on. This particular message where they pass now specifically for Dr. John J. This message where I want pass. When policemen wear uniform, you don't need to question whether it's a police or not. A policeman sitting behind a desk in a police station wearing a police uniform is obviously 99.9% a policeman. But when you now see a plain clothes policeman, how do you know he's a policeman? We will grow for hood, we didn't know. Because that one is now no longer so straightforward. Man, where they stand for road. Baba, the other day, me and my wife were coming home. We turn enter my junction. We see man, they stand for road. You know, Olosho, they stand for road for my street. Now, normal Niger thing. They stand for some parts of Lekki. You get one place where they sell, one place near water, one club like this, and something where they sell farm or something like that. I don't want to mention the name. Why go mention the name? Olosho food that place. Their food, they very nice. But sometimes for night, they fear to go around that area because Olosho. Omo. And a normal thing, sometimes you go to drive, you go see Olosho we fine, go look and say, oh, this one are fine Olosho. Oh, I'm saying a market go. Papa, I don't see men, don't they stand for road now?
Oh, I know person where they stand for road.
Do you understand? I don't see men, they stand for road. But you see that when you see a man standing on the road in the middle of the night, doing his hand like this, he needs no explanation. Now, when you enter bank, and the bank manager invites you to his office, and the bank manager is wearing a white shirt and a blue tie, that's when you need your instinct to be up so you can decode.
Okay.
I don't know if where I'm so yes, you are right. I put too many people under the same umbrella. But what I'm trying to say is among the ones where you know they clear about, one of the things to watch out for is when a guy is excessively neat and takes too. Let me tell you something about my wife and my daughter. If my daughter especially, yeah, and that's where I'm going. My wife and my daughter. If my wife and my daughter pass motor, they go look themselves inside the windscreen like this. My daughter is the worst. If she walk out normally, when she reach motor window, she just park with a walk out for road normally. Motor will get a reflection. She will just adjust herself small. When they waka they go. If she waka past mirror, she must look. When man don't turn like that, worry. When he's paying, you listen. Even me, sometimes I walk past a car, I just see myself. I say, "Yo, man, but you fresh, dude. Look at that watch." Huh. Sometimes when I'm walking past a car, it's not to look at my face, look at my watch. See whether the diamonds still they bling. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? But you see, when a man pays excessive attention to his looks, there's a likelihood that he is leaning towards a way.
Exactly, this is better than what you did.
So thank you, Dr. John J, for using wisdom to help me correct myself.
And the other part is that the phrase, like I said, your platform is big. When you say man who's supposed to shave, you know how many e-coats who's now.
Baba Roland don't cost. Maybe they wash them. No need for shaving. Not shave. That one, I stand by it. I know they shave my armpit. I just make sure I bathe 3 times a day. I make sure I use roll-on and all, and I make sure I have a good collection of perfumes. You know my hair, if I open my armpit now, not just you open up. My hair is straight. My armpit hair is straight like this.
or even mistake there for Nigeria. Your
Exactly.
Baba, no be mistake. Oh. Make them from America. They send the money come Nigeria. Make we dey spend down here. No be mistake.
So I think the main point is now you said it better. Now I'm okay. Then, but don't be saying men don't supposed to clean. That's just
No, I didn't mean it like that.
what is what you said. These are your words.
It was taken out of context. You see, that's why I say Bible get context.
So okay, so please, man, you don't need to have a bush under your armpit. You don't need shape and flat. But just put one. Everything will just stick out. It's not wrong. It's all wrong now. All wrong. Agree?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. John J. Thank you, everybody. I believe we have all come to a reasonable conclusion. Personally, back to the issue at hand, I believe that our culture and tradition makes us hypocritical. I would have said it to make sense for us to legalize Agege in Nigeria, so that because I have the experience of a woman who married an Agege man who was claiming to be normal, and I saw the trauma she went through, and I'm biased possibly from that angle. I don't want my daughter to ever go through that.
Yeah, it's tough.
I met a girl one day who told me her father was Agege, and that's why she's not married, because each time the boy go come run. Meanwhile, the papa na deacon for church.
Imagine.
So this man, they say, Oju afa okro loti. I don't know if you understand the meaning of that. When you become a Muslim afa, you have to stay away from alcohol. But as this man become afa, in I still did the alcohol. So even though this man is a deacon, even though this man is a married man who has a 30-year-old daughter, the man I still date boys. When I was growing up, there was one man in Bodija that used to toast his son's girlfriends. And one day his son raked for him, say, "Daddy, you embarrass me. Any girl will find me come house. You dey always toast them." Now the baba clear and say, "Only you, 5 girls they find come house. Why you no go rent your house outside? They stay my house, they come, they bring different girls. Baba, any day you ready, come out from my house, carry all your girls. But if you they come this house, Baba, we go to share the babes."
And if you don't know this man,
If they stay Bodija, if you know him, but I know if he mention, I don't know whether he's still there alive. All but nobody where that man know if he toast. He don't toast all my own girlfriends. And me, I know they stay Bodija. Now, as in, if your girlfriend, they walk, imagine say you and your girlfriend, they waka, then person stop you, greet you. Then your girlfriend say they waka for front. Slowly, you know that kind of waka waiting for you to catch up with her.
yeah.
Baba, once you see the guy car pass like this, you will already see the brake light just on, Baba. Oh, my fair girlfriend, any ride, Nisha. You understand me? So, Nigerian men and their predilections is understandable. But when a grown man has a preference, but is now hiding under culture and tradition, you can imagine what the man's wife went through. You know those days our mothers know they talk. They will collect nonsense from our papa from head to toe, and they go still they collect them on to say make marriage work. So imagine what that woman went through. Imagine what all these women I'm telling you are going through because their fathers were supposed to marry one small boy put for house. Make the boy they do housewife for them. They in denial because of culture and tradition. So me, I felt from my perspective, and maybe from the bias of the trauma I've seen people go through in regards to this Agege, I say make they legalize and make everybody do what you want to do. Person will like babe go still follow babe. Person will like man go follow man. But when they no reach stage where they stone them, because one of the things I noticed, people where they throw stone to thief, many of them not thief.
That's what I said, and everybody. That's what I said.
I noticed that thing.
Most people that are saying no, a lot of them are on in the closet like that.
Now, so here's the conversation.
It's just normal perception that everybody have, but that's not true.
No.
We can't say that.
You see, let me tell you something, If you know the difference between me and you is, the difference between me and you is, I see more people in a day than many of you have access to in a year. So I have seen the other side of it. But you see, now I understand where Dr. John Jay is coming from and where the lady in black is coming from. If you legalize it, Nigeria is not ready yet.
But mine is not like has its equipment and all. Mine is social acceptance.
Social acceptance and equipment. That's what I'm saying. There's both of your social acceptance.
Dr. John Jay, you are right.
Dr. John Jay, you said it in a way. Dr. John Jay, you said it in a way. You said social acceptance and social. There are two things you used.
No, I mean there's legalization, but social acceptance doesn't follow. It doesn't trend the same way.
With legalization. So even though it might be legal, the society might not accept it. And there are things that are illegal that the society accepts. Like spraying naira in parties is socially accepted, but it's not legal.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the equipment to deal with the sicknesses and all that, these are all conversations. There's one part that I don't and I don't agree with. That is, if your child is Agege and they kpayam, they are right. I think you should take that back. Because you don't know the juncture where your children go. Not you, the lady in black and Chichi Obama.
Daddy priest.
No.
No.
Let me finish. Hold on. Sorry. Because you people have all spoken. Notice I keep quiet. I listen. Now I'm summarizing what you all said.
Yeah.
You see, let me explain something to you, yeah. The fact that you don't accept my father is a doctor, my mother is a professor of law. Say, if you tell my parents, say one day I go sit down for Instagram, they talk. People go come, they talk with me, I go, they charge them money, say, now the work where I go do. After 26 years on the radio, they go think, say, na lie. Our reality is not, my father, for instance, does not understand my reality. If you ask my father what reality he wants for me, he will tell you he will want me to do things in a certain way that he understands. Many of the things we are doing now are unacceptable to our parents. They are divorced, for instance. You are divorced, aren't you? My sister in black shirt, you are divorced, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you know in Nigeria, up till now, divorce is not socially accepted yet? Women are still judged for leaving homes, even though that they give them blow, that they cheat, give them sickness. Women still don't leave. That's religion and culture. So at the end of the day, in as much as I don't believe in Agege and I don't support Agege, I know what made they begin to buy Agege.
That's what happened.
And I would rather they legalize it. By legalizing also, it doesn't mean that the government endorses it. It just means that do your and stay away from it. It just is, let me not say legalize. Let me put it in a milder form. Decriminalize.
That's a better way to
Yeah.
put it.
That is, if we do put it like that, I think we are all on the same page. It is not legal, but it's not criminal. Like in Nigeria, for instance, adultery is not a crime, at least in the south of Nigeria. I'm married, Tolu Honiki is married. If I decide to bench her husband can file for divorce from her and cite me as one of the parties and then sue me, but he cannot arrest me. Do you understand what I'm telling you? He cannot arrest me.
As long as you know force her.
As long as I no force him, as long as I no coerce him, as long as I no use substance wey turn her head, say she see me, she like me, say I fair, I see am, I like her, and say she black, we can't hook up. Baba, nothing is not a crime. Meaning, if me and Tolu Honiki are in a hotel and the husband comes with boys, now him police go arrest if I know my right very well. All those way they meet your other people's wife, where they come begin they beat them. Now because you don't know your right too. If you know your right, that person will come beat you. He go sleep for sale. You understand what I'm telling you? He can sue you for divorce. He can sue you for emotional damage and try to make a case out of it. But he cannot touch you physically. And if he goes to a hotel, even if he saw his wife in a, like you say, imagine say they stay moving pick for their presidential suite where they stay. I can't carry to Luoni King, go there, arrange, and husband come, they make noise. Baba, they're not going to even call my room. They go tell her, say, make you go bring police come. And he knows the result, if you understand what I'm saying. So, because adultery has been decriminalized, doesn't make it right. But also does not mean that they will put tire on your neck if you sleep with person's wife. Look at that guy where they buy for Abuja. Why did they need to buy him? That is the conversation before we are once again quoted out of context. So I am not saying legalize Agege. I am saying decriminalize it. But it's still a long journey, because even if you decriminalize it, those men where they marry women put for house but get men girlfriend outside, how we want it about the conversation is long. I don't talk my own. Anybody wants to add anything? We have 2 more minutes.
That is free. That is free.
Go ahead, my sister.
Let me wrap up with this. I'm just going to go back to what you just said about buy, that if you have a child and your child, is it okay if they buy the child? Obviously, no parent would want their child to be buy, whether it is Agege or, but what I said, and I would say it again so that you can understand what I'm saying, is that when you have a child and you tell the child that whatever you do, there's consequences for it, okay? Whether you, I use an example, like if you go and drink and you get drunk, you may even get hit by a car, so that's a consequence. So what I'm saying, that if I have a child and I've nurtured you and I've said that this part is not good, I have helped you to tell you, okay, this is not good. The world frowned to it. This can happen, that can happen. I've told you, and at the end of the day, you still decide that that's the path you want to choose, or you want to go. Obviously, at a particular age, you can't do anything about it. It's that person's decision. So if something then happen, that is freeze. You can't still do anything about it, because unless otherwise you have not made that child to know that this thing is not. It's like you're telling a child, don't put your hand in this fire, it will burn. At the end of the day, the child still feels like, okay, mom is not around, I want to give it a try. Already you've told
No. Let me ask you a question. Imagine you were very sick and you had, what country are you living in? Australia. I don't know what your healthcare is like in Australia, but I know in America, even insurance doesn't cover sicknesses like cancer that need very advanced medical care. If your medical bill is $120,000, I'm not sure your insurance can cover it.
It can.
Not in.
It just depends.
Okay. So let's imagine. No. Let me swing it this way. Let's imagine you had kidney failure or heart or liver failure, and the only person that matched you was your son's friend, and he gave you half his liver or one of his kidneys, and then you find out that he was not your son's friend, but it was actually your son's lover, your son's Agege lover. What will you now do? You go come, say me they can't come out their kidney.
No.
More talk this.
Why not let me say be Agege before you go give me kidney?
He don't give you kidney where Agege dey inside. That means say you to go they waka one day, go they see girl we fine.
Even if you tell you before you donate the kidney consent, say, this person, I want to, now my Agege lover won't give me kidney.
Baba, it's selective morality. Now selective morality.
People be lying to yourselves.
Now selective morality. If they come meet you, say the boy already give you in liver, but he must marry your son. Now you go dance with your son, enter the day of the wedding.
No, Daddy Freeze, he said he must marry my son.
Yes.
Is my son willing to marry her?
Yeah, not her, him. Your son will be man. They inside Agege relationship. Make I tell you, make I cook the story. Your son will be man. They inside Agege relationship with another man. You can't get kidney problem. Wait, you can't get kidney or liver problem.
I don't think you I don't think you support any of your child to do Agege.
Nobody they support, but I just the paint scenario for you. I won't come ask you what you go do. You don't jump gun, calm down. So your son, na Agege, in their relationship with another guy will be Agege. But you don't know. Wait now.
My son is Agege. I will stay away from my son.
Wait. Now you won't buy. They say you need kidney or you need liver. Everybody don't come do test. Nobody match. But that your son Agege lover. In kidney match your own or in liver match your own. And he ready donate.
I don't want. Daddy, please. I talk to these people every day. No, I don't want.
Baba. So you not go collect the kidney, you go buy.
They're like joke.
Daddy, please.
Somebody say, if my son na Agege, it's not what I pray for. Wait.
Might not be anything for us, so.
Make I tell you something, eh? Nobody prays for their children to be Agege. But I want you all listening to me right now, 477 of you listening to me. Some of our children will end up being Agege.
For sure.
You can't avoid it. My own be say, make they tell us on time. So that we go fit. Maybe we'll start by trying to talk them out of it if it doesn't work. Baba, if he reach one stage, you know, me, I don't want to make my picking pie. But you see, also from the ground zero, I know they threaten my picking, say, if they be, they show them woman, say, woman, fine.
You like what you like.
Do you understand? They show.
The society hates on
Let me tell you something. The other day, somebody say I reject it. Baba, it's not by reject.
These are a problem, rejection.
I took my daughter to see one of my daughters. We discovered a cancerous growth on her head. She had a melanoma. We caught it early. So we now went to do all the tests. We found out that it had not. First of all, we did a biopsy. Then after the biopsy, we did a border or margin test to see if the margins were positive. Then we now did a what you call, how do you call it? You are a doctor. We had to remove tissue from all around that area, even though the margins were still negative, just in case anything happened, so that it will not spread. So the day we're booked for the surgery, we had one of the best plastic surgeons in Nigeria. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't, but he's one of the best plastic surgeons in Nigeria. So before he cut her, we discussed, was showing that, okay, this is where they're going to take off, this blah blah. So I said, I thank God that the girl even find out by herself, can't show me, say, I don't like the way this thing is looking on my head. It looks like it has grown a bit. Initially, I was like, nothing's wrong. By the time she came the second time, said she's worried. I said, yeah, enter car. We can't begin to find dermatologist up and down. We eventually found the dermatologist. We did the biopsy, and we sent the sample for test, blah, blah. You know how the story goes. So, I was now telling grandma that, imagine say this pikin day with you. Pikin come tell you, say, it be like, say, get with me cancer. You go say, God forbid, I reject it. The doctor come there. The doctor say, next time you come to Lut, I will take you to the ward where the people that reject things are kept. After they don't reject. When the thing carry them, they because that time where they use reject them. Now that early stage where for you stay catch them.
And please, if you had said, I can talk my own, what I want to talk now, all the people that reject, you guys keep rejecting in Jesus' name and all of that. But the better thing is to start grooming your children to line them up in the way you want them to be. Not I reject, it's not abortion. It's not by taking
It's not by rejecting, no.
It's by
even
Daddy Priest, Daddy Priest, but you knew that was what I said from the one, that you start grooming these kids, you start telling them that, I mean, this is the right way, I mean, you just try doing that. That was what I said from the beginning. Because if you don't do it, at the end of, even if you try to do that, they can still decide they want to go to this, they want to go this way when they are old enough, you know. But at least you just start doing it from the beginning. That's what I did with my own son. That's what I'm saying.
But then again,
I don't make you not say nothing there for that battle.
Most people, like as in the generation before ours, like now ours, everything is a bit more fluid, and people are even teaching their children that, you know, that there can be two daddies, there can be two mommies. But before, the generation before ours, where it was traditional family.
I don't know your generation. I'm not your generation.
I know.
The generation before the millennials, it was a traditional family values, mother and daddy and children. But even with all those traditional family values, people were still, there are still people that just grew up and discovered that I do not like, I'm a man, but I don't like woman. I'm a woman, but I find women more attractive. People still, do you understand? What I'm saying is, no matter how much you try to groom someone, or try to say, oh, just take them to church and, you know, mosque and whatever, and say, this is the path I want you to follow, this is how it should be.
Because if not by grooming, Dr. John J now go be altar boy for church.
At the end of the day, you like what you like.
If not by grooming, the way mama take groom am say make you be Christian. Him for be pastor by now.
I was on the way before I become born again. See the light.
See the light. You understand what I'm telling you? So at the end of the day, you see, let me tell you what I'm trying to say, Tolu, is have an open mind towards your children. Just in case. Just in case. Because Baba, you will buy early. God forbid, oh. I no pray say make any of my children be Agege. But if my children, maybe if he pain me for like 6 months, after that I start to deal with the reality. Some people from there buy. What about your minister where they come preach? Hold on. What about your minister where they come preach? One minister where they preach. In picking Agege. Not be minister, your politician. One very. What about one presidential candidate in son? Only son Agege for London. This guy almost became president in a country that you know the person I'm talking about. In son, only son Agege. Una know the person where they talk about, presidential candidate. I'm not gonna mention his name.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, okay.
You all know. In son Agege. In no pie.
Exactly. You just accept your children and love them regardless.
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
You love them regardless.
Now, let me tell you all something, Most of the people that I personally know are Agege come from a part of the country where they reject Agege the most. And it was brought upon them by missionary schools. Let me tell you, you see, waiting those missionaries no fit do for their country. Because they fear them, that they do them with impunity for here. So if your son went to, or your brother or your father went to boarding school, and not church boarding school, only guys or only girls, rest your mind. If your son no be Agege, now say he try him, he not like him. You know there are some people that are born Agege. By default, now man they define. There are some they normal, but they try Agege, they like him. He blend with them, they follow him. He gets some where they try the Agege, they not understand them, they not like him, it not make sense to them. You understand what I'm telling you? There are things I tried as a kid. Like, for instance, carrying 2 girls at the same time. I was only able to enjoy it once in my life. But Baba, I no go lie, I like him. As I don't become born again, as I don't preach the word of God, I dey beg God for forgiveness. But I no go lie, say I no like him. I enjoy him. You understand? And sometimes I wonder that, God, if you allow me do it like 3-4 times, while I did sinful before I at least make I, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's too late. I can't do any of that anymore in my life. But you see, there are things you tried as kids that you liked, and there are things you didn't. I'll give you an example. Igbo. I don't know what it is to inside that Igbo. My whole life, maybe I've smoked Igbo 10 times. It not just blend with my body. Guess what? You know what's blend with my body? Beer. I feel drink one brewery. If you give me the brewery, just give me straw. Put the brewery beside me like this. I don't drink and finish. I not like wine. Champagne I can drink in a club because everybody is drinking it and is looking fly. You understand? Hot drink maybe with a mixer. But if you allow me, Baba, just give me that Budweiser. I'm good. So people get within they like. So let's just hope and pray that our children are not that way. And if they are, it is your duty to love your children. Whatever they are going through, you must still love them. Me as I did like this.
When Nigerians, the way we rule, we just close our eyes and say we don't want to see it. No, because you close your eyes doesn't mean it's not there. What is there is still there. If you close your eye and say I'm not seeing it, I'm not looking at it, it's still there.
Let me just
so what the Agege is, and the is still there in your community, right where you live, around you, they're still there. So if you close your eye and pretend not to see them, they are still there. So you don't have to learn to just mind your business. And don't say, oh, they're throwing it in your face. Oh, I don't, as long as they don't throw it in my face. To straight people, when a straight couple, if a straight couple is holding hands, will you say they're throwing it in your face?
I just wanted to raise.
Oh yeah, Dr. John J, raise your point.
I just want to raise not even the point, just some awareness.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. If you live in abroad, North America, Canada, right? Let's say there's 100 of us living in America and Canada. At least 20 of us will have children that will approach Agege. Just, you can reject it and all these things all you want, but it's going to happen. So your best bet is to reject and be preventing and be training, number one. Number two, this is mainly even Nigeria. If there are 50 of us and 50 of us have 50 children, like 15 or 20 of them are being harassed by an adult, sexually harassed or molested. These are the things that people say, God forbid, I reject it. And because of that thing, we don't pay attention to it and ask and make sure they don't happen. I just want to raise that awareness and arrest my case there. Please just know that these things are happening. Don't keep rejecting and forbidding. Start acting and training and asking questions. Because this is why many of our people get harassed and they don't say anything because reject it. It's just what it is. Arrest my case.
All right, so we end here. Lovely, lovely, lovely hanging out with you guys. God bless you all. Thank you so much for coming to Daddy Freeze Live. See y'all later.
Thank you, Daddy Freeze. Have a good night.
And you too, guys. God bless you all. When I no buy my money gun, no stinjos. Oh yeah, before you go and buy my money gun. People that are watching me on Instagram. Oh yeah. Go and buy my money gun. Super chat, super sticker, super likes. Oh shit.
How do you edit this thing?
Just press star. I be cross. I be waiting with that thing. Oh yeah, pop my money gun as you are going. Let me see a couple of money guns. Shades of green. Oh yeah, go and pop my money gun. Oh yeah, oh shit. Mrs. Lindodo. Mrs. Lindodo. Henry the Great. Bye.